Looks like it's going to be an easy win for Nathan Farr. 12-12, 112 miles per hour to Rosenbaum's losing 13-32. Now, Ken Stout has some information for us on that upcoming East versus West challenge.
One of the more exotic cars you'll find at a NIRA race would be the famed 911. These cars have been on virtually every road race track known to man for years and years and have owned racetracks for those years. They're at a new race course today. It's a drag race. They call you Turbo Tito. Why is that?
Just a nickname from my parents gave me back in the day. No big deal.
Your parents gave you the nickname Turbo Tito? It had nothing to do with the Turbo Porsche?
No, not at all. People just started giving me nicknames here at the track. They started calling me Tito, and it saw me with a Porsche and, you know, put two and two together.
Well, you're going to be in the East versus West contest. Now, normally you and Vinny tend to go at it. This time you're going to be actually on the same team trying to take out some of these West Coast boys.
Right, well, let's see what happens. I don't think the competition from the West is really that strong. You know, me and Vinny ran pretty good times together. Adam seems like he's having problems right now, so pretty much it'll be me and Vinny towards the end.
Now, I've got to ask you something about this car. I noticed some street tires here on some stock wheels, and I noticed a license plate on the back of this car. Do you still drive this car on the street?
Yeah, I daily street drive the car every day. I drove it, matter of fact, from my last event from New Jersey to Florida, won the event out there and drove back.
That's incredible. And the car's been how quick?
10 flat, 149. And right now, it's got about 800 horsepower. It should go in the 960. But I'm having clutch problems, so see what happens today.
Eddie has a nice, soft voice of confidence. Doesn't seem to be too excited about the whole East versus West type of thing. He's just drag racing. He's been drag racing for years, and he's always done it in an import car. Well, we'll see if he's got what it takes to match up with the West Coast boys. There's some bad ones out there. This should be a good race.
Thank you, Kim. We'll look forward to that. But right now it's time for the Power 6 finals, a different category here at the NIRA event. The 6-cylinder powered cars. You're looking at John Duarte from Newark, New Jersey, 88 Mazda RX-7 against this man, the 1994 Toyota Supra of Brad Daley from Montclair, New Jersey. Now, Duarte qualified number 1. Brad Daley qualified number 8, and they meet here in the final. Good green light start once again. Again, reaction time not exactly the quickest in the world, but Daley with a 7:14 reaction. Here comes Duarte. Does he have enough? No. Good close race, though. Brad Daley, 12:69 to a losing, get this, 12:49. So that reaction time won it. Take a look at the finish line at just how close it was as Daley nosed him out, running 0.2 of a second slower. Quick 8 final coming up right now, sponsored by Turbo Magazine and Nitrous Oxide Systems. It will be Peter Farrell's RX-7 against Eddie Bellows' Porsche that you just met with Ken Stout. The number 2 qualifier, Peter Farrell. The number 1 qualifier, Eddie Bellows. Good green light start, 7:74 reaction time for Farrell. Bellows slightly quicker with a 7:42. Sounds like a little miss there in the engine as they go down, give it to Peter Farrell. He cranks out a 10.98, 128 miles per hour as he reaches down into the 10th to pick up the win. When we come back, we'll have the East-West Challenge from Englishtown, New Jersey. You'll like it. Stay tuned. Tires, driven to perform. And by Tom Johnson Camping Center of Marion, North Carolina. Well, we've established our champions. It's time now for the East versus West Challenge. We promised you, and racing for the West will be this man, Adam Sarumatari. He will be getting a single run, which will give the West automatically 1 point to start off the challenge. Good green light start for Sarumatari. Let's see what he can do with it. Nice shifting through the gears all the way down the quarter mile. He'll pick up that victory with a 10:49, 132 miles per hour. Here Here comes Marco Sirelt right now with his 1972 Datsun. Impressive burnout. Nice looking paint job on the car. He'll be running over there in the far lane for the East team. So he'll pick up 1 point, which equals it up. Oh, almost out of shape. Sirelt nearly crossed that out-of-bounds marker. Now he gets the car straightened out one more time, and he'll coast very easily across the finish line at only 13.89 seconds, 79 miles per hour. So it's tied, 1 point for the East and 1 point for the West. Now, here's an interesting pairing. This is Mike Bavaro. He has a Porsche, and here comes Turbo Tito. Eddie Bella that we met a little bit earlier with his Porsche. It'll be a battle of the German Porsches right here. Bello will be racing for the East team. Bavaro will be racing for the West team. Full tree countdown. Give the starting line advantage by a bunch to Mike Bavaro. Let's see if Turbo Tito can catch him. I don't think so. Looks like Bavaro wire to wire. He'll pick up the win with a 12.24 at over 113 miles per hour. That makes the score West 2, East 1. But we have another pair coming up right now. It will be this car, the Toyota Supra of New York's Vinny Penn. You met him a little earlier. He said he was ready for the East-West Challenge. The back half car, he'll be going against the 1993 Mazda RX-7 of Peter Farrell. Farrell out of Manassas, Virginia. As we get a good look inside Vinny Penn's car, as he completes the final staging procedure, they roll into the pre-stage. And we have a red light start right there for Peter Farrell. So Vinny 10 will pick up the victory by default with that Toyota Supra. 10:35, 123 miles per hour for the raging little Toyota of Vinny 10. That means it'll come down to this final run as the score is tied 2 each. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Ken Miyoshi and his 1991 Honda CRX. And this is Sean Glazier. The score dead even between the East and the West as Glazier and Miyoshi stage up. Countdown on the tree, and a red light start right off the bat for Ken Miyoshi. So we'll give the win to Sean Glazier, and with that, we'll give the East versus West Challenge Championship to the team from the East. Glazier with 11.04, but it was decided by a red light. Let's go down the top end. Our winners are celebrating.
Team East, man, I'll tell you what, these guys at NIRA finally came to the East Coast, and you guys handed them their heads right out the bat, Vinny.
Hey, we got to send them back home with their walking papers. You know, right now, this is East Coast, this is drag racing, this is heads up. The weather's great, the track's great, the people that are running the event are great, and we're just happy to be here, and we're happy that they were able to come out here all the way, you know, to meet us. And, you know, I guess we got to come out there and see them soon, you know.
Let's walk over here to Adam. Adam, you had the bye run out of the West Coast team, and a fairly decent run. You take that thing back on the West Coast and fix it up and get ready for the next race, right?
Yeah, we'll take it back. I think Team East Coast did a real good job, and on the West Coast, you know, we tried the best we could, but we're a little bit out of our territory, so we'll try again next time.
And that brings to a close our ESPN 2-Speed World coverage of the NIRA Toyo Tire Spring Nationals from Englishtown, New Jersey. Ted Jones here for Ken Stout. So long, everyone.